The R-29. A bulky transport-class vessel, the R-29 Big Rig is a dedicated transport ship designed for routine cargo and passenger missions between established stations. For a time, the Borelia's stranglehold on large-scale industrial transport meant that Vera's station held a practical monopoly over the Coalition's entire economy. Seeing the situation as untenable, a number of stations pooled their resources and put a competition to their citizenry, calling for a high-capacity cargo vessel that could provide vital material transport between stations. After a time, a bold engineer by the name of Alexander stepped up to the challenge and designed the R-29 cargo freighter from scratch. The design was implemented in order to facilitate smaller outposts' self-sufficiency, and the design was adopted shortly after its creation. The R-29 remains the standard Coalition cargo vessel to this day. Clocking in at exactly 50 meters in length, the R-29 is the second largest Coalition-produced vessel available, with a healthy cargo capacity of 56 crates to match her size. The R-29 is also home to a sizable 4-bunk guest suite in the rear of the vessel, and comes equipped with a full suite of industrial fabrication equipment. While the R-29's frame is comparable to the massive hull of the Borelia, improvements in the hydrodynamics of the hull mean it's able to reach greater speeds on a single 26-cylinder Triumphanator engine, reaching a top cruising speed of 23 km per hour. Its two ballast tanks, however, struggle to manipulate its elevation, and only allow it a top descent velocity of 8 km per hour. The same improvements that enable such strong horizontal speeds mean the vessel struggles when attempting to maneuver against its intended direction of travel. To sustain its oversized Triumphanator engine system, the R-29 comes standard with a third-generation Horn and Wang Anvil B model reactor, capable of outputting a powerful 5,200 kilowatts. The Anvil B reactor, usually used to power outposts, features heightened safety measures when compared to the standard Anvil line, meaning a crew can run in the red for almost double the amount of time without suffering a fire or a meltdown. The R-29, as a ship designed to travel well-secured and actively patrolled glacial passages, has an almost non-existent weapons complement. The vessel comes standard with a single rear-facing Volt-model coil gun mounted at the rear sail. In addition, the ship comes equipped with a pair of Stinger electrical discharge systems mounted slightly forward of the central sail and central keel. A final hardpoint is available on the forward keel, but does not come with any mounted firepower standard. While this weapons complement may seem appallingly slim at first, it's important to remember the R-29's usually safe patrol routes, and the fact that the lack of high power consumption weapons, such as railguns or pulse lasers, leaves the reactor free to fully power the engines, enabling it to outrun most larger threats it will encounter. Despite its lack of military hardware or high-end technologies, the R-29 stands at a 14,500 mark price tag. Not a small figure, but impressive considering the size of the vessel, and that it remains almost 1,000 marks cheaper than the Borelia, its main competitor. Conspiracy theorists often point to this difference in price being the reason for the lack of firepower on the R-29, as extra hardpoints were supposedly cut from the vessel in order to put pressure on Vera's station by undercutting the price of their mainline vessel. Despite its lack of firepower, the R-29 remains the standby cargo vessel for the majority of stations on the Europan Ridge and the Aphotic Plateau, and as it continues to excel, carrying vital supplies between stations and fledgling outposts, it will likely remain the true workhorse of the Coalition's naval industry for many years to come.